Hello everyone and welcome to another video on JavaScript programming. Hope you guys are doing well. My name is Kaushal and today I will run you through data types in JavaScript. So without any further delay, let's get started. Data types is an essential concept in every programming language. To work on any variable, you should know its type. It refers to the kind of data which is being stored inside a variable. The type of variable is holding basically. Every programming language has its own set of data types, which is unique in its own way. We discussed earlier that JavaScript is a lightweight scripting language because we don't need to specify any data type in JavaScript. After all the variables in JavaScript are loosely packed, or we can say JavaScript is a dynamically typed scripting language. We shall discuss these properties later in this video. For now, let me tell you about different data types present in JavaScript. So, JavaScript data types are divided into two categories, primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Primitive data types are stored in stack, whereas non-primitive data types, they are stored in heap. I don't want you to go deep in these two terms as if you are new to programming, so we'll leave it. Just keep one thing in mind that primitive data types are base data types, whereas non-primitive data types are objects, or we can say they are derived. Primitive data types, they are further divided into 5 categories. They are divided as numbers, strings, boolean, undefined and null. Non-primitive data types or complex data types, we can say, on the other hand, they are divided into two parts, arrays and objects. We'll have separate videos on these topics. For now, let's discuss primitive data types. To understand primitive data types much better, let's declare a few variables here. Let's say we declare var x and give it the value as 16. We'll declare var y and we'll give it value hello world. We'll declare one more. Let's say var flag and the value will be true. Here we can talk about those properties of JavaScript which I mentioned earlier. JavaScript variables are loosely packed and JavaScript is a dynamically typed scripting language. These 2 points refer to the same thing. Here you can see we have defined three variables. X, we have defined variable X, we have defined variable Y and flag as well. The values for all three variables is different from one another. See, variable X is holding a value that is 16. Variable Y is holding a value hello world, which is a string. So 16 is a number, hello world is a string, and variable flag is holding a value that refers to a boolean value. In place of true, we can also write false here. So what's happening here? Here you can see there is no data type. If you are coming from a C++ background or a Java background, this will be a little bit weird for you guys because in C++ and Java, we used to do it like we'll define an integer. Let me show you. So how we will define an integer in C++ or Java? What we'll say? We'll use int x equals to 5 or something like that. We already had a data type. For string as well, we have char in C++, but here in JavaScript, we have no data type. We are only using the var keyword. That's what we call as loosely typed. This line means that you don't have to define the data type of the variable. What happens in JavaScript is whatever the type of value you will pass to the variable, the data type will change accordingly. So you don't need to worry about if you are passing a number or if you are passing a string. Just relax. Just when you pass the value to the variable, it will be determined automatically. So these are the three basic primitive data types present in JavaScript, which are number, boolean value and string. So let's move on to the next one, which is undefined. We'll define a variable p and we'll leave it as it is. So this variable p has an undefined data type. It means that any variable which is already declared but has no value inside it, it has an undefined data type. I'll tell you a basic operator, the type of operator. We'll go through the operators in later videos, but just try to understand the basic need and use it with me. For now, this operator will help you know the type of value a variable is holding. See, let's use it here. We have declared a variable p. We'll check the type of p. So to use this operator, you have to use it with document.writeNow. So we'll do document.write and we'll use two brackets, and inside it we'll write type of, and whatever, like if you want to know the type of variable x, let's suppose, we'll write here x semicolon, save it, and you can see here it says number. This means that this variable has a value which is a number. Similarly, we will check for all the variables present here. We'll check for every variable. We'll check for y, we'll check for flag, and we'll check for p as well. Let's copy this and paste it 3 times, and let's change the value here from x to y in this line, and from x to flag here, and here we'll change it to p. So we have done it. We'll save it and see. Here it says number first. Variable y, it says it's a string, because you know hello world is a string, it's a sequence of character. For variable flag, it says boolean, so it's defined as true or false. And for variable p, it's written here undefined. With this, we are left with only one primitive data type, the null data type. There's a difference between a null value and an undefined value. Undefined means lack of value, whereas null means the absence of any value. Suppose you are using null as the value for any variable, the type of operator will return this variable as an object. But if you are not giving any value to this variable, you are leaving it after declaration, the type of operator will return undefined. Here's an example for this. See, we'll declare one more variable here. We'll declare var num. Let's name this variable num, and we will give it the value as null. We'll use document.write type of, and we will check with the help of type of operator that what type of value the variable num is holding. So let's give here num. We are good to go. Press Ctrl plus S and see. Here it says it's an object. So a null value will always be shown as an object. We'll talk about the complex types or composite types in further videos. We'll have separate videos for each of these types. Don't worry about it. So guys, that's all for this video. See you in the next one where I'll run you through type conversion in JavaScript. If this video helped you anyhow, do like it, comment your doubts, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe Simply Code. Thank you.